guys. So, since last week we talked about, well, overrated cartoons, I thought this week we talk about underrated cartoons. And boy, did I find a lot. Some you may have not heard of. Like I tell ya. So, anyways, why don't we talk about them? Okay, so the first one I'm going to be talking about is Clerks, the animated series. And I know this is based off like a movie, from the 90s, which I have never seen. But hey, so I guess, the show just basically I guess it's pretty similar to the movie, I think. And okay, so I guess it's like an American adult animated sitcom that was first broadcast in 2000 that was based on Kevin Smith's 1994 comedy of the same title and was developed for television by Smith's producing partner Scott Morris and former Seinfeld writer David Meldon, with character designs by Steven Silver, known for character designs in Disney's Kim Possible. Oh my! Anyone believe how shocked I was when I actually read this? And Nickelodeon's Danny Phantom. Wow. I mean, come on. I guess when you have a job of being a designer, you could do it for both. I guess show cartoons for either kids and adults. So yeah, I gotta say, I think it's so yeah. Oh yeah, I have to say, quite strange if you ask me. So yeah, moving on. Okay, so this next one, you probably never heard of it, because I sure haven't. I remember like, okay, I don't know if I've seen this one, so I guess I'll just include it. And the name of that show is called Dr. Katz, professional therapist, and I thought maybe I would read the format to, have you guys know what it's about. Okay, so Dr. Katz is a professional psychotherapist. He is a laid-back, well-intentioned man who enjoys playing the guitar and spending time at the bar with his friends Stanley and bartender Julie. His patients are famous comedians and actors, usually 2 per episode. The show is oriented around 3 sessions. Therapy sessions that feature comedians generally considered of on-stage mental, while Dr. Katz offers insights or simply lets them talk. Therapy sessions that feature actors, often more impersonal dialogue between Dr. Katz and his patient. Interspersed between therapy sessions are scenes involving Dr. Katz's daily life, which includes his aimless, childish 24-year-old son John Benjamin, and uninterested and unhelpful secretary Lauren, and his 2 friends Stanley and bartender Julie, voiced by one of the show's producers, Julia Sharpa. In later episodes, Todd, a video store clerk, becomes a regular character. Most episodes simply begin with Dr. Katz and Ben at breakfast. The plot includes events like Ben attempting to become a radio personality, believing he has ESP, or suffering from a moral conundrum after receiving a chain letter. The development of these plots alternates with the segment of Dr. Katz and his guests in therapy sessions. Much of the show's content, particularly dialogue between Dr. Katz and Ben, were improv through the process called retroscription, in which a value outline is developed, but the actual dialogue is ad-libbed. This style, as well as the animation technique Swiggle-vision, would reappear in home movies, a cartoon in which many members of the Dr. Katz cast and crew worked. Yeah, I have to say, interesting. Okay, so this next one, I've been seeing, this character, pop up in some places. So I thought, why not talk about him? So The next one is actually based off a video game called Earthworm Jim. Yep, that's right. Although I bet some of you who have played the games may have known or not. But hey, so, I guess this show is like, well, just like, kind of like the games. I mean, I never played any of the games or either watched a series, so, yep. So yeah, anyways, why don't we move on? Okay, the next show, well, another one I've never heard of. I think some of you may have never heard of it either. Bob and Margaret. And here, I'll tell you what it's about. Okay, Bob and Margaret is a British-Canadian adult animated television series produced by animation studio Neverland in a firm with Martin Gate Productions and producer The Dreamstone and Molly Gate, and created by David Vine and Alison Stone. The series is based on the Academy Award-winning short film Bob's Birthday, featuring the same main characters, which won the Best Animated Short Film Oscar in 1994. The series is one of the few Canadian TV shows to ever have regular American exports in Canada. It was the highest-rated Canadian animated series ever when it aired in primetime on Global. The show revolved around a married English couple named Bob and Margaret Fish, a middle-class 40-ish working couple with no children and two dogs named William and Elizabeth. Bob is a dentist and Margaret is I think that's how you say it. Bob and Margaret struggle with everyday issues and midlife crises. Stories often revolve around the madams, but in a way which is established relatable, from the trials of shopping to dealing with friends who annoy them but owe them a dinner. In the first two seasons, Bob and Margaret lived in England in the South London community of Baham. For the third and fourth seasons, however, they moved to Oregon, Canada, allowing the writers to explore the numerous culture clash. The move was actually inspired by the result of funding with certain Canadian tax benefits debating on stories actually based in Canada. As such, to keep the series funded, the move was necessary. The creators of the series, real-life husband and wife David Vine and Alison Stone, chose to take an executive role on these latent two seasons, reviving scripts and concluding, but not involving in the detail they were for the first two seasons. Snowden continued to provide the voice of Margaret, but Bob's voice, originally played by Andy Hamilton, was replaced by Brian George. The program was shown in the United Kingdom on Channel 4 and FTN, in the United States on Comedy Central, and Germany and France on Artnet. Comedy Central only showed the two London seasons. The third and fourth seasons were eventually shown almost 2 years after Comedy Central showed the last second season episode. On the Showtime cable channel, they clearly rerun all 4 seasons on their specialty Showtime Women channel. Bob and Margaret formerly aired on Locomotion and Adult Swim Latin America. Cartoon Network Brazil aired it 4 seasons on the Adult Swim block. The London seasons also get shown in the UK, currently on Channel 4. It also had a brief run years later on Canada's YTV. The second season can be found on registered NTSC on DVDs in Canada and registered to PAL DVDs in the UK. Season 1 can be found on VHS and PAL, at least in the UK, and NTSC, at least in Canada. And the DVD was released in Canada in February 2010 as an NTSC realization. Once set, the third and fourth seasons can be viewed in Amazon Video and iTunes. So there you go. That's the show for ya. Okay, so I didn't really know this until maybe now until now, but I think I may have already talked about this, but I can't really remember. But hey, it's okay. I mean, it's alright, I guess, to maybe include it a second time in another video somewhere. I just don't remember. Okay, Dog City is the name of this show, an American-Canadian television series that, you know, and, well, I guess, you know, just dogs that, I guess, I don't know, like, that just, I don't know, like, do things, blah, blah, blah. So, and apparently there was supposed to be a TV movie and all that, so, yeah. So, yeah, I gotta say, I guess it's okay, so, yeah. So, yes. So, yeah. Okay, so those are all the underrated, you know, shows I talked about. So, yeah, so what'd you guys think of these? Like, did some of them, you know, like, interest you? And you want to, like, check them out or something? Well, then, if you want to, go ahead, be my guest. So, anyways, that's it for today. I'll see you guys next time.